This video is brought to you by Against the Flow of Mississippi. Against the Flow of Mississippi is a book about Jake Fayard, a Marine veteran who is unhappy with the political machine running the state of Mississippi. He decides to fight the corruption from the inside. Jake will face more challenges than he ever has and will stand up for what he thinks is right. His notoriously hot temper will push him to the edge of murder, along with his friend and brother Kobe Barhanovich. Together, they will fight the system and give the power back to the citizens of Mississippi.
Against the Flow of Mississippi was written by Anthony Oksenholt and was published by Oksenholt Biloxi Publishing, LLC. A link to the book will be placed in the description below.
Yeah, this a revolution in our time. Everybody's fighting, change coming, yes. That's why it's an acronym for riot. Everybody has a voice. Don't you dare stay silent. If you say nothing, you are an accessory to violence.
They've had their say. Seems like they've had that kind of say around here for too long. Look, I had to stand up for myself alone. I went in there to remind them that somewhere in this world there's still a little law and order left. To let them know in the only kind of terms that their kind understand is that they can't bribe or threaten their way out of what they did. To let them do this to me and get away with it, and you give them the eternal right to do the same damn thing to any one of you.
Access 228, your host, Anthony Oksenholt, where we report the facts and we are not for sale. If you have a news story or something that's on your mind, please feel free to give us a call at 228-337-2099. Be glad to have you on. Thank you for listening, and we do appreciate all that you do to support us and keep free and independent journalism doing what we do best. All right, y'all. All right. Access 228, your host, Anthony Oksenholt, back with another Tweedledee and Tweedledum update, talking about Yuri Petrini and Jared Fusco. Well, this really is not much about Jared. This is more about Yuri. It's his lawsuit. Let's all take time to congratulate the AIU School of Law graduate Yuri Petrini on his second dismissal. That is impressive. Even for a pro se litigant to have not one but two federal cases that he has brought against the city of Biloxi dismissed. Now, folks, I have actually been in contact with Yuri, and I've got to talk about it. And Yuri, I've got screenshots. Don't deny it. So the first thing I want to mention is I had to congratulate him on his second loss in a row. I have a feeling that it's going to be at least a 5-time loser. Especially, with what's going on with everything that's been filed in his I'm going to sue everybody lawsuit. But I want to clear something up for everybody. Everybody assumed, Yuri assumed, incorrectly by the way, that Tim Holloman was giving me filings before they were filed. I can assure you that that is not the case. As a matter of fact, Tim Holloman probably had no clue who the hell I was until I started making these videos, to be truthful. We're certainly not friends from way back. I mean, I've known who Tim Holloman was most of my life. Why? Because he is one of the most prominent lawyers on the coast, and his dad, Boyce Holloman, was even more prominent than him. So, I've always known about the Holloman firm, but I've never actually, and this is something that's going to strike y'all, especially you, Yuri. I've never met Tim Holloman in person that I know of. I may have at some point, we may have been to similar events or things of that nature, but I've never met the man in person. So to say that me and Tim Holloman are longtime old friends is false. We recently started conversing because of what's going on. And of course, I let him know the evidence that I had that I turned over to one of the attorneys that are involved in this case. But nobody's sending me any filings that have not already been put on Pacer. And if they're on Pacer, I can get them myself. Can y'all believe this dude actually thinks that lawyers who have clients, multiple clients, tens or hundreds of clients, depending on the firm, is going to take the time out to send me filings just so that I could put them out here on Facebook and on YouTube? Show of hands, y'all, who believes that that's plausible in any way. None of you got your hands up. The reason none of you have your hands up is because you all know that it's bullshit. Lawyers don't have time to talk to people like me. Straight up. None of them. I have not talked to Peter Abide or Whitehead or Ross or anybody else associated with the city of Biloxi. You know why they haven't talked to me? Because they're fucking busy. Tim Holloman and I converse very limitedly on Facebook once in a while. Mainly so I can get him to explain a couple things to me. For the most part, I try not to bother him. Why? He's busy. David Harris. I've spoken to him. You know how often David Harris talks to me? Not very often. Do you know why? He's busy. Yeah. Yuri, unlike you, people have jobs. People have shit to do. People run actual legitimate businesses, law firms and such. Something you'll never do because, you kind of have to get through law school first, and boy, you suck at it. But your GPA is nothing. Probably starts with a 0. Um, Second new development today, y'all, and this is the funniest thing. Yuri wants to go hands on with me. He actually said that he wants to go hands on with me. Now, folks, y'all know my background. Those of y'all that have known me for years just went, oh shit. That's not going to end well for him. Those of y'all that know me know I love to fight. That's why I spent 5 years in corrections, because I don't mind fighting. That's why I was a bail enforcement agent. I don't mind fighting. Now, I don't believe in using excessive force in those arenas, those jobs, because that's just not right, and I don't believe in that shit. But I don't mind fighting. Everybody who knows me knows this. But Yuri is so pissed off at me that he actually wants to take a swing at me. I mean, time and place, buddy. Jump me on the street, I don't care. Won't work out too good for you. This is to show how violent this man is. This man is suing anybody who disagrees with him. Anthony Chastain is proof of that. Anthony Chastain disagreed with him. Aaron Wilson disagreed with him. The Polises disagreed with him. Troy Mosher, which he's not really going after Troy Mosher too good, disagreed with him. He can't sue me because he knows he's facing sanctions. So now he wants to throw hands. This is also from the same man who said, I've got a rifle, a second story window, and the city better not bring another stop work order to my house. Now, I don't mind, again, I don't mind fighting. I actually kind of enjoy it, truth be told. I love the feel of hitting somebody properly. Don't mind getting hit because I can take a hit. But when you're willing to fight somebody over a disagreement, now I'm not going to say that there aren't people that in my younger days, we're going to go way back to AOL when I was like 18, that would talk shit. And yeah, I'd be ready to fight them. I'm 41 now. I'm getting a little mellow in my old age, but I still love a good scrap. I don't think I'm backing down. But the whole mentality of the violence of this guy threatened to punch Fofo in the face until he broke his nose. This guy's not okay. I'm not worried about him whooping my ass because the chances of that are about the chances of me going and hitting the fucking Powerball tomorrow, and I'm not even buying a ticket. I know he can't whoop my ass. There's no fucking way. So I'm not even concerned with that. But look at this guy's mentality. Look at his psyche. He's threatening violence on people. He tried to stalk Tara Ramage. I'll be sitting outside your house. I'll be watching what you do. This guy's not okay. My opinion is this guy is a danger to society. He is a legitimate threat. And his whole MO is to cause chaos within the city of Biloxi because poor baby little Yuri Petrini couldn't get his way. Oh my God, what poor Whipple baby? This guy is not okay, y'all. Not even close. So y'all that he's going after, watch your ass. He's dangerous. He's made threats. I don't know how many thousands of dollars he's cost the city in extra patrol for police officers to try to keep people safe from him and his minions. Yeah, I said it. You damn right I did. I'm telling y'all, watch your ass behind this guy. This guy's crazy. I'm not worried for me. Promise you. Not even close. Matter of fact, I welcome him to try. To give an age-old quote, I wish a motherfucker would. But to y'all out there that are not violence professionals as I am, just keep in mind what y'all are dealing with. Because as these lawsuits get dismissed, we're going to see him spiral, I think. And it's going to be scary. And if you were a lawyer on the case, you better watch your back too. Because if he'll threaten the mayor, he'll damn sure threaten to come after you or do something to actually come after you. And I believe that he is built that way. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The guy's dangerous and he's psychotic. Just my personal and professional opinion, my observation and training tells me that. And I have dealt with my share of nutcases behind the fence. Y'all have a good one. Be safe. And again, congratulations on losing 2 in a row. Have a good one.